Pick 3 to 5 habits that you want to start implementing. And then you do them every day. And this becomes your focus. What you don't want to do is think of like 10, 20 things you want to do. And then sometimes do them, sometimes not do them. That's just going to be a way harder path for you. You're never going to find success that way. Because what happens is if you pick 3 to 5 things and you become consistent with those 3 to 5 and you master them, and you know you master something when you just do it every day and it's not something you question, you stop having so much resistance towards it. For example, this video I make these videos every day. It has become a habit. It doesn't take mental effort, not much at least, for me to start the video. It used to be this thing that was like, man, do I do it today? Do I not do it today? Man, do I do it right now? Do I not do it right now? But then over time, I made it a mandatory daily habit. And I can only do that when I have a little bit of things that I focus on. And when I say a little bit, at this point I got a lot, but if I was teaching anyone the idea of building habits, this would be my number one advice, is list out 3 to 5 things that are more important than everything else, and then you hit that every morning. Every morning, by the way. Why the morning? Because otherwise, life will get in the way. And you want to avoid that. That's why it's extremely important. That's why one of the habits has to be waking up on time. It has to be. Because this way, once you wake up on time, the remainder of, essentially you have a block in the morning, and if you wake up on time for that meeting, then the other 4 or 3 habits that you picked, they will all go through. You'll do all of them. You see why this is very important to wake up on time? And there's more reasons. If you start to do this, your sleep will be way better. It's improving. Your sleep is going to be way better, which is awesome. Your self-respect goes up. Because if you wake up on time, even if you're tired sometimes, you just get the fuck up out of bed. That's like the first thing you do every day. How do you think that's going to make you feel? It's going to make you feel good. It's going to make you feel like you can trust yourself. If you're late to yourself, to your own first appointment, then that's just how you carry yourself throughout the entire day. That's just what ends up happening. So waking up on time, mandatory. What will be the next one? I recommend some kind of exercise. In terms of when you do this, I recommend right after, like as soon as you wake up. Okay, maybe not necessarily as soon as you wake up, but within 1, 2, 3 hours of waking up. Like it has to be the morning. I personally work out, I'm in the gym within the hour. So I wake up at 5 a.m., let's say, I'm in the gym at 6. And that's not including that. Me personally, pro tip, is when you wake up, drop down and do some push-ups. That's the first thing I do. Literally the first thing I do. And then I jump in a cold shower, which another pro tip, another pro habit you don't have to start doing, but just some advice for you. All right, so we got the waking up time, we got the workout. What else we got? Reflection. This is another mandatory habit. I think everyone needs to do this because it doesn't matter what you're trying to get better at. If you're not conscious of your day, then where's your direction? If you don't have a clear idea of what your goal is and where you fucked up, how are you gonna have any sort of direction? That's why it's extremely mandatory. Me personally, I make sure I write down what I'm doing today, like whatever I want to focus on, so a goal. And I write down whatever I fucked up the day before, and then usually my goal has to do with that. Usually. I do that, I also rate the day, and I also talk about, I reflect on something. Now this goes into the next habit, which is reading. Now the thing about reading is this one, and guys, as the habits progress, you could like change them, okay? But, I mean, I don't think you should, but I guess what I'm saying is like the wake up time, I think 100% of people need to do that if they want to start learning some habit. Exercise, everyone needs to do that. No one's omitted from that. Reflection, do I think everyone needs to do this? Honestly, I think everyone would benefit, but I don't know. I think you could be successful without this. I personally do. I do think if you do the other things, you'll be pretty successful. And guess it depends how far you want to go with it, but. And then there's reading. Reading, do I think this is extremely important? No, I actually don't. That's why this is later on the list. What I do think is important is that you ingest some sort of positive content in the morning. So it could be reading. Or if you really wanted to, it could be some kind of audio book or something you listen to. If you really wanted to. And then after that, guys, the final habit is to stop doing a bad habit and track a certain bad habit. If you are engaged in any very self-destructive activity, that will be this thing that you have to stop doing. And that becomes it. That's your direction for life. It's those 5 things. Oh, actually, there's one more, which is the macros, which is making sure you eat healthy. Whatever diet you pick, making sure you do that every single day. And that's pretty much it. That is literally the blueprint. That is the key to success. I do think there's more good habits to do. I mean, check my channel, check my main channel too. But understand, like what I just said right now, it applies to everybody. Those are mandatory. And even if you don't want to do this, okay, whatever you want to do, pick 3 to 5 things, track it every day. Try to have a streak of some sort. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't try to start 10 new things at once. It's not going to work out well for you. 3 to 5. Make sure you're on time in the morning for it. Now, with all that being said, if you like this content, if you want to keep leveling up with your self-improvement, with your dating, with anything, link in my description. Work with me personally. We'll talk soon, guys. Peace.